Golf Club and Forest Creek Investors. I'm John Giles with the FCI Board of Managers, and I will serve as chairman of this meeting. I have been advised that we indeed do have a quorum, so I therefore now call this meeting to order. At this time, I'd like to recognize a few people who are with us with our board. We've got George Leonard, Kermit Moser, and Larry Crisco. And I didn't see any of the other board members with us today. Also, we have with us, we have Earl Ellis, back in the corner now. And he, with Bobby McCann and Tom Fazio, are the principals behind Colony 9. We have John Boozer, who is our general manager, back in the back corner. And we have David Dabbs, who is our outside legal counsel on the front row. Again, welcome everybody. Let's get started. I'd like to describe the matters to be. Matters are described in detail in our proxy statement. Our first item of business is to consider the transaction with Colony 9 LLC. As part of this proposal, we are asking you to vote on the sale of substantially all of the assets of the club and FCI to Colony 9 and the termination of the 1994 club purchase agreement. The transaction with Colony 9 will occur pursuant to the terms of the purchase agreement, which is also attached in the proxy statement. This proposal will require several different things. For the club, it'll be an affirmative vote of the lesser of 2/3 of the members voting today, or a majority of the club. A majority of the members of the club who are not also investors in FCI. For FCI, there needs to be an affirmative vote of the holders of 2/3 of the outstanding units of FCI. Next, members of the club will be asked to consider a proposal to dissolve the club following the transaction with Colony 9. This proposal must be approved by the lesser of 2/3 of the members voting today, or a majority of the club members. Finally, members of FCI will be asked to consider a proposal to dissolve FCI following the transaction with Colony 9. This proposal must be approved by the holders of 2/3 of the outstanding shares of FCI. All of these proposals are described in our proxy statement. I now move to submit them to the members of the club and FCI as applicable for their consideration. Seconded by Larry Crisco. Thank you, Larry. These proposals are now before the meeting. We will proceed with voting on these proposals. If you have already returned a proxy appointment form, you don't need to vote now unless you want to. If you intend to vote by ballot, please do so now. If you need a ballot, please raise your hand. Anybody need a ballot? All right, then what we'll do, we'll have a short recess to have our folks count the votes. I'll call the meeting back to order. I'll ask one more time, is there anyone else who has a vote by ballot? There being no further ballots to collect, I hereby declare the polls are now closed. It's 4:13 p.m. Before I ask John Boozer to give us the final report, I want to pause to share a couple of key facts to everybody. Of the 188 members of FCI, over 135 voted positive on this transaction, and there were 15 or so that voted against it. Based on the value, that's well over 83% of the FCI. Of the 374 members of the club in good standing, over 250 voted in favor of the transaction, and less than 20 voted against it. This is a spectacular turnout based on the very short voting period. Moreover, these results confirm that our members are overwhelmingly in favor of the Colony 9 purchase. Let me now ask John Boozer to come up and give us the official balloting report.
Thank you, Mr. Giles. Excuse me. The results are as follows. For the FCI vote, 81.76% voted in favor. Of the club members' vote, 252 of 374 eligible voted in favor. And of the disinterested members, which means they're a club member but not a member of FCI, 137 of 226 voted favorable. Those are the three pillars that were needed to be met to obtain the successful vote, and they've all been met. Just a general comment to give you some more statistics. Overall, there were 303 votes cast, 269 favorable, 33 against, and 1 abstained. Of the votes that were cast, 88.8% cast a favorable vote. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I think that's a terrific result. This has been a long and arduous process for all of us. On behalf of our board, we sincerely thank all of you for your patience and understanding. We believe this transaction is the right direction for us to take, and we're eager to get it done. As it relates to timing, we plan to complete this transaction either tomorrow or Friday. There being no other formal business before this group, I will now entertain a motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for coming. We hope you all have a safe and happy New Year.